be male. And it only takes one particular thing for you to be male. Am I in the right house? But that doesn't necessarily make you a man. By any measurable standard, men, particularly African American men, are becoming an endangered species. Our mortality and morbidity rates are extremely high, and indeed, it's unfortunate that corporations who are investing in the prison industrial complex are betting that men of color will enhance their balance sheets by their social misconduct. In other words, they're betting that the arrest rates and the incarceration rates for African American males will validate their investment in the prison industrial complex. And it's tragic that we are proving that their economists are correct. For record profits are being made off the backs and the burdens of African American males, and it has now become almost popular to go to jail. That folk think that they got street cred when they've been in prison. Amen. Amen. They think that there's something special about having served time or having got shot. I don't know about you, but I don't want to get shot. Am I in the right house? Men who show their scars off like it's a badge of honor. You know, I got shot 4 times while you were dealing drugs. That don't make you special. That makes you stupid. Am I saying something in here? And the media's glorification of social dysfunction is designed to push black males from the lofty heights that God intended for them to the depths of deprivation that will only make the devil rejoice. One need only survey the characters that were played by Denzel Washington to prove this point. What are you talking about, Pastor Swan? When he depicted an angel in The Preacher's Wife, that only made us feel good, but it didn't make much money. Amen. They said it was not a blockbuster success. But when he played a crooked cop, he won an Academy Award. And when he played an American gangster, come on, y'all went to the movies and it was a commercial blockbuster. You see, people who watched that movie and his Academy Award performance in Training Day left the theaters of the world with the image in their mind that all African American men are either gangsters or social deviants. And let me tell you something, in case you didn't know, most of these young men running around here acting like they gangsters ain't nothing but punks. Hey man, I know I'm messing up some of y'all right here. They ain't nothing but punks. Talking hard don't make you hard. And carrying a gun to shoot somebody don't make you hard either. Anybody can pull a trigger, but let's go down to the park and let's see what you can do with these. Y'all ain't gonna help me now. Amen, amen. It's easy to, first of all, in order to do a drive-by, you got to be a straight-up punk in the first place. Amen, because you driving by shooting somebody and running at the same time. That don't make you hard, that make you a punk. Am I in the right house? Amen. And the question, therefore, is, what does it mean to be a man? For if we men are to play a role in the rebuilding of the walls of God's city, we must be pristinely clear on what that means. And so let me ask, what does it mean to be a man? Is it that macho image of an American gangster that communicates that the end is more important than the means? That I'm a hustler, I'm a big baller, shot caller, and I'll do whatever it takes to make that cheddar, make that cheese. Come on, somebody. Or on the other hand, is it the pansy like the image of Peter Pan that functions in a never land distant from reality? Or is it the thug life image that is depicted in modern day rap videos that reduce women to the level of a garden tool? Oh, y'all ain't gonna help me now. Yeah, as a means for bolstering their own self-esteem. And I can brag about how many women I bag, but how many have you taken care of? Y'all ain't gonna help me now. How many babies I got, but how many do you take care of? Somebody once said something to me about, I sure got a lot of kids. I said, yeah, but I take care of my children. And see, you know, brothers and sisters, may I tell you that there's nothing wrong with a man having a lot of kids. A man can have 10 and 20 kids if he take care of all of them. The problem is with that lazy Negro that got one child and don't do nothing for the one child that he has. Am I hitting home somewhere? Or is a man one who will die for something rather than stand for anything? And how sad it is that a social phenomenon of these times is that so many African American boys are growing up in homes without men to share with them, to interact positively with them, to nurture and direct them. It is a tragedy that young men are growing up in cities of America having to define what a man is by what they see on the street corners and the commercial venues controlled by people who don't even mean them any good. Gone is the era where a man was defined by how he treated women, how he respected people, how he served God. Gone are the days when there were more positive images of men than negative images. Today's youth know nothing of the days when men would tip their hats when a woman would pass by. Men would get out of their seats to allow someone else to sit down. Now you got young men who will sit on the bus and on the train and see an elderly woman come on the train and sit there rusty behind in their seat and won't even get up and offer them a seat. Come on, somebody. What happened to the day where men would hold the door for a woman rather than letting it slam in their face like they're not even behind them? What happened to the day when men would spend time with boys to teach them how to tie a tie, how to pitch a tent, how to fly a kite, how to shoot a basketball, or how to camp under the stars? Now they want to teach them how to be hard, and so we see little 5- and 7-year-old boys with their pants hanging down, wearing gold chains, running around here looking like somebody in a rap video. What happened to the day when men went to church, participated in church, and lived in church wherever they went and weren't ashamed to say that I go to church? My sisters and brothers, if you are bereft of similar experiences, take heed, for this text that is before us today provides a clear roadmap to travel to develop an understanding of why we need our men to be men. This is a challenging text. Yes, there is a twofold point as we lift up and encourage the brothers and the sisters today. So let's examine this thought until the brothers come home. First of all, we must admit that there is a falling away of men in the church, and this is an age-old problem. Churches from England to Europe to the Everglades to El Reno, Springfield, Boston, Holyoke, wherever you go, are all asking the same question: where are the men? Dr. Jawanza Kunjufu, who was with us in February in our Black History Month series, wrote a book entitled Adam, Where Are You? Why Black Men Don't Go to Church. We must admit that women comprise more than 60% of the adults in the typical worship service in America. And some overseas congregations report 10 women for every man in attendance. Volunteer ranks in the church are heavily female. That's why I stay on our young men. How dare you watch Sister Monique carrying boxes while y'all standing around throwing a football around. When you see a woman carrying something or doing some type of manual labor, put the football down, stop doing what you're doing, and be a man. Oh, I wish somebody would help me preach in here. Yeah. You see, men need the church, but more important, the church needs the men. The presence of enthusiastic men is one of the surest predictors of church health and church growth, church giving and church expansion. Meanwhile, a man shortage is a sure sign of congregational paralysis and decline. What I'm trying to tell you is we got to get the brothers out here. Amen. Tell your brothers, tell your sons, get up. Time to go to church. May I help you mothers here?